Hey guys, so it's been a while. Um, you may or may not be wondering where I've been, because it's been a while since I've uploaded here. But the truth is, I've just been insanely busy. Yeah, so I can't actually remember when the last time I uploaded a video was, but over the last couple of months, I'm gonna update you from maybe June onwards, because it is currently the middle of November and I'm getting busy again. Well, as if I've ever stopped. But at the end of June, I moved into a new place. Still in Cardiff, but just a different area in Cardiff, and it's a lovely wee place. The funny thing is, I've now technically been there since the end of June. As I said, it's now November. I have spent a month and a half total in physically in that place, uh because I've just been bopping around everywhere. So what have I been doing? In At the end of June, July, I was in rehearsals for the Fringe shows that I was the production manager for. I was the production manager with Goya Theatre, and we did two new queer written pieces. Absolutely had a blast with them. I do have a video to edit and should be up at some point when I have time to edit, that goes more in depth, but I really enjoyed my time there. Did rehearsals for the entire month of July. We did kind of a mini tour around bits of England. We went to Oxford, we were in the other palace, we were at King's Head in London, and we were also at the Omnibus Theatre in London, just kind of testing out the shows before they went down to Fringe. And then we went down to Edinburgh for the month and did a month of shows. Learned a lot about myself there, a lot about my confidence in my skills and how to kind of make myself better in certain aspects, because every day is a learning day. And it was the first time I had production managed a show. The highest I'd been at that point was DSM. So production managing a show was a whole different beast, and it was very much trial by fire, which works in some areas but doesn't work in others. But it was a lot of fun, even if at moments stressful. So I finished Fringe, I went back to Cardiff, I spent about 2 weeks there before I met up with some of my family who were taking a trip to London. Spent a bit of time there, did all the touristy stuff. Then I came back to Northern Ireland because it was my friend's hen do. Went to that hen do. Then went back to Cardiff because I'm paying rent on a place. I might as well spend some time in that place. But I think I'm going to commit to writing my dissertation soon. For those of you who don't know, I originally moved over to Cardiff to do a master's in stage and event management, and I've done my practical schooling part of it, but I'm still kind of technically a student because my dissertation part of it is self-reflective, so I have to be employed in the industry to write it. And I've now been in the industry for a year, so I believe now is the time that I can kind of commit to writing it. Fringe this year kind of marked my exact year since I finished my active schooling. So I'm hoping to graduate soon and have that master's degree, which is terrifying but exciting at the same time. But I've never written a dissertation before, because it was optional in my undergrad. So I kind of don't know how to write a dissertation. I'm just doing a lot of research right now, trying to figure out what my topic is and trying to kind of reflect on the jobs I've done up until now to just kind of get some content for my dis. So yeah, I did a bit of background supporting actors work. I can't really talk about it, but I did a bit of that. Then I came back to Northern Ireland because my friend got married. Yeah, it's so weird to think that I have married friends now. Like, bizarre. Not bad bizarre, but just weird because I keep forgetting that me and a lot of my friends are that age. Like, we are adults, which I think continuing to be a student has kind of skewed my idea of what an adult is, because I'm still a student. I'm not a full adult, even though I'm working as an adult and doing a lot of adult things and living like independently and all. So that's where I'm currently at. I am in Northern Ireland for the time being. I think I'm here till the new year at least, because I've picked up a bit of work over here, so I don't have to dig back and forth, because it has been crazy. I've been doing a lot of like back and forth for the last couple of months, so it's nice to like be a bit settled, even though while I'm in Northern Ireland I am doing a lot of back and forth, because I have just finished doing Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Junior with Just Stage It Academy. They did the show in the Ardoin and really had to I was like the DSM stage manager for that, and really had to learn something about myself into just standing up for myself, which is something I don't like doing because I've habitually not kept my own boundaries to kind of keep the peace. And the older I get, the more I'm trying to not make myself uncomfortable to make other people's lives easier. Like, I'm not going to be like a raging bitch about it, but I am learning how to stand up for myself both personally and professionally, which is a fun task. So yeah, I just did that show, and where I'm at currently is I am staying at my friend's house because we are both doing more JSI shows. They're doing the Wizard of Oz and Six Teen Edition at the Mac Theatre in Belfast, so I am there, and then I move on to a Santa Trio, which is also exciting. So I'm doing that until essentially a couple of days before Christmas. So I'm doing a lot of up and downs. My friend and her husband are being very lovely and letting me stay with them for the entire time that I am needing to be here for work. So at least I have like a familiar resting point while I'm here, which is lovely. I'm very like whirlwindy busy, which is just the course of my life, I think. But it's nice to kind of start establishing myself in Northern Ireland as well, because I'd love to, like, at the end of the day, I would love to move home and be able to work. It's just there isn't a lot of work here at the moment for me, and I have to be realistic and be where the work is, which right now is not in Northern Ireland. But I'm slowly establishing myself here, so maybe one day that's not such a distant dream. If the executive and the government would stop cutting our funding, that would be an even closer dream. But I'm not going to talk politics. I'm going to edit this now, get it up, and do some dissertation work. So that's been the update. Oh yeah, part of my update that I've forgotten. I do have about 5 videos filmed and banked, like they just aren't edited. So hopefully, like once this crazy period kind of lets up, I will be able to like focus on editing, and I will get them sorted and done so that I can indeed be a bit more frequent with uploads. But again, this channel is for fun for me, and I don't want to put unnecessary stress in my life when I kind of like where I can avoid it, because a lot of my career is stressful. So I'm trying not to be so hard on myself for not being consistent with uploads, but I do want to try and get a bit more frequent, or at least to get through the backlog of videos I have, because I have some from when I first moved to Wales, and that was 2 years ago. So you will be seeing some you will be seeing some archive footage. So yeah, I'm going to like edit this and I will see you whenever the next time I upload is. Bye.